Hi, welcome to Skizzy's Place. We're here today. We're going to take a look at the Wonders of the First sealed events that are hosted by the SCG Con. And the way these work, this is for the main events. These are not for the side games, but for the main event sealed games. You're going to sit down whenever they come around. They're going to give you your boxes and they're going to give you sheets of paper. You're going to be assigned a partner across from you, and each one person is going to open their boxes. You want to verify that you have all 6 packs. Once you've verified that you have all 6 packs, you're going to go through and look at all your cards. You want to make sure that there's no obvious damage or anything on your cards that would make it look marked or anything like that as you're going through and playing. Whether you have it in sleeves or whether you have them just playing them as they are. Then as you go through, you open one pack at a time, go through, verify for all of them. And then once each person's done, then the next player would go through and they're going to do the same. They're going to open all their packs and verify theirs. Once you've both opened all your packs, you're going to take and you're going to stack them all up. And you're going to take the piece of paper that they gave you whenever they gave you your boxes, and you're going to put your name and your logins for the event on the top of it. There's going to be one that says player, and then there's going to be one that says verifier. So you put your name for the player, and then you're going to take and you're going to hand your cards and your sheet of paper to the person across the table from you. They are then going to take and hand you theirs. Once you both have traded it off here, you're going to sit there and you're going to sort out your cards. You're going to go through and you have to mark every single card that is in there. That is a lot of cards. And you have to be really, really detail oriented and making sure that you're getting the right cards, that you're not getting cards stuck to each other or anything like that. And the sheets can be a little bit confusing, so you really need to take your time and make sure that you're getting your marks in the right spot and that your numbers are exactly the same. You're going to go through and you're going to look at it, and you're going to have all of your cards, like your tokens. Your tokens are going to be counted as the lands. They don't count them as the tokens. They just count them as the lands because that's what you're worried about in the sealed event. So you go through, I think everything is in order from based on whether it's mythic or its rarities all the way down. And so most of them are in alphabetical order, but not all of them are. And you just go through, you count it up. The first is going to be on the very last page. The only place it shows up on there is on the very last page when you're counting up all the different cards for each of the colors and marking them. And when you're marking those on the back, there's a spot where you put the number of the first lands that you draw. So you fill all this out and then once you get the cards for the person across the table from you filled out, you then give the deal back to the player that the cards actually belong to, and they give you your cards back. Now you've got to go over and verify that the number that they got is the number that you get. And once you've gotten all that verified and gone through, then you call over the judges, and they take up the sheets. Now what they're doing is, if there's ever a point during the games that somebody says, hey, look, they picked up this card from somebody else and they exchanged out this card, and this card is what's helping them win, they can take those sheets and your deck that you can change cards in and out as long as it's one of the cards that you opened out of your sealed box. And they can verify that that was actually one of the cards that you originally pulled. If it's not on your deck list, your deck becomes null and void and you're disqualified. So it's really important that, you go through and you make sure that everything is exactly the way it needs to be, that you have all your cards are numbered out, everything. That way there's no accidental things at any point during the event. So you fill it all out, you get it all signed off, and then you sleeve up your deck, get ready to play, and have some fun.